Buongiorno everyone. Sheffield United come to tune on Saturday. Newcastle on a roll. Call it Danny Rose anyways. 2 games and a win means you're on a roll. 2 massive wins they were anyway. We obviously know about the FA Cup win over West Brom to get us through the quarters, and then that huge win on the south coast against relegation rival Southampton, put them up to 35 points, just a mere 5 points away from the magic 40-point mark. Could get ever closer to that this weekend if we beat the Blades. High flying, extra sharp Blades, Sheffield United this year. Chris Wilder, Sir Chris Wilder, getting there. Man United manager in the future. Probably if he was Portuguese, maybe. But now Wilder's done an amazing job with Sheffield United, bringing them up from League One to potential Europa League next season. They're in and around there at the minute, so they're flying, they're doing well. He plays pretty good football with a vast majority of a squad that he's had for years now, so what a group they are. How well he's doing is incredible, to be fair. Let's see how they do next year. It'll be interesting, as we know certain teams could fall off, but maybe with some investment, some right management, they could go far. You never know. Look at Wolves, for example, who came all the way up from League One. Sheffield United, very good save. We have beat them already this season, though. 2-0 at their place, thanks to VAR. We do love a bit of VAR, don't we? It was kind of last weekend as well, although we missed the penalty and wasted the chances. But this weekend, I think it is obviously going to be a tough game. You know, Sheffield United doing very well all season. We're on a 6-match unbeaten run, losing 1 of their last 10 games, so they're flying. If Danny Rose thinks we're on a roll, fuck knows what Sheffield United are on. This isn't a good stat. Sheffield United have only been beaten twice away from home in the Premier League this season. 1 to Liverpool, 1 to Man City. Do I not like that? So that shows how much of a job Newcastle have got this weekend. To be fair, they've only lost to the top 2 clear as day best sides in the league by a country mile. Then it's going to be a hard day at the office, isn't it, for Newcastle? Made even harder by the extra stinky news that broke this morning that Martin Dubravka is ruled out for at least a month. Could obviously be the rest of the season. He's not going to return until, what, mid-April, end of April. There'll only be a couple of games left by then. It's a good job we're on the points we're on at the moment when you think about it, but I'm looking towards that quarter-final next week, and that's made that task all that little bit harder. But hopefully Darlow can come in and do well. I thought he looked alright against West Brom, really. He looked better when we were there, to be honest, and then obviously because we couldn't see their goals at the other end of the pitch, and obviously a day drinking and the Cox inflatable ones flying in my face and whatnot, flares, purple smoke, all of that jazz. But aye, he did enough. He looked comfortable from crosses at least. He saved 1 or 2, but then when you look back at it, when I've watched the full game back, he is a bit uncomfortable in his positioning, and he doesn't really put us at ease too much. But he was great in the Championship. Maybe that's why he was alright at West Brom for 70 minutes. But Sheffield United will be another task, but he wants a new contract, so he should be playing his heart out. You know, he's been linked with Leeds, he's been linked with Forest, been linked with every Championship club going, but he apparently wants to stay at Newcastle. He must be settled here, or absolutely loves picking up 40 grand a week for sitting on the bench. Who wouldn't? Steve Harper 2.0. But let's hope he proves a point, all 3, and keeps the clean sheet running. In St James's Park, actually, you know, we haven't seen a goal in months at St James's Park. A trio of goalless draws at St James's Park recently. The last goal that was scored was 364 minutes ago, and that was Rochdale. But before that, it was Chowdhury on New Year's Day. Leicester scoring, so that's how long it's been. So hopefully Darlow can follow in Dubravka's footsteps and keep them out, and we can nick one at the other end. Unless it's Rob Elliott, of course. Old Elliott still knocking about as well. He'd be happy to be back on the bench, but he's settled up here, got kids and everything, and just walks his dogs on the beach every day, so he's got a cushy lifestyle. Lovely bloke though, met him a couple of times. Absolutely sound. Always been reliable in the past, to be honest, Rob Elliott, but he'll be on the bench, I'm sure of that. Freddie Woodman on loan at Swansea, doing great. We'd love to see him call back, to be fair, but obviously you wouldn't do that at this point. See where we stand in the summer, if we're, as I think we will, lose Dubravka. But all that's for another day. Sheffield United, in just a few days, are at St James's Park, and like I say, they're on fine form. They're a difficult side to play against. They graft their arses off, but like I say, they're quite technical as well. They're quite good in moving the ball around. They're not prolific in goal scoring. You know, they've got McGoldrick, McBurney, Billy Sharp. He was decent, actually. I seen him on Match of the Day 2 last week, so that's how good he looked. But no, they do possess a bit of a threat. There will be whipping balls into the cross, so it'll be interesting to see how that back four will deal with it. I'm sure we'll stick with 4 at the back, the 4-2-3-1. It's been working well with scoring goals. We're actually creating chances, having shots on target Love to see it. Miguel Muir on that number 10 role. Yes, yes, please, please. And hopefully everyone else is fit apart from Dubravka. That'll be good. Carroll, may as well forget about him. Kraft, Dummett, all the rest of them. Just never going to see him again. Apart from Dummett, probably. I don't know what it is about this game, but even with the Dubravka injury, I'm confident. I'm going to say 2-1. I don't know where the 2 goals are coming from, especially against Henderson. Dean Henderson, the keeper on loan from Man United, who's been unbelievable this season. Maybe tipped for a number 1 spot at the Euros. He'll definitely be going, what with all Pickford errors, that he comes out with his tiny arms. But Southgate loves Pickford, doesn't he? And he's done well in England shirt, Pickford, especially at penalties. But Henderson, double save. You need to watch match today from last week. Sheffield United, decent. Should have won the game. But he made an unbelievable double save. And he is a class, really, really good shot stopper. He made 1 error at Liverpool. Weller came out and hammered him. Since then he's been brilliant. And Weller said if you want to be a top class goalkeeper, you can't do that. He hasn't done it since. It's going to be hard to beat him, isn't it? It's going to be hard to beat him. Do a stick with Dwight Gale, who will just be hitting it straight at him all day long and putting them wide, like he did against Southampton. Wound me up. But, you know, at least he was in the right area at the right time. He's not fully sharp. He's not match fit, really, you wouldn't expect. Because he's been out for so long. So probably keep giving him a chance. There's no one else really, is there? Because Joey's better on the left. So I would just keep Joey on the left. Or will he keep him on the bench like Brucey did last week? We'll wait and see. Shelby, I want to see more of what we've seen last week. Please do it for 2 games in a row for the first time in your career. That'll be excellent to see. Because he's an absolute game changer. That first half, especially against Southampton, absolutely outstanding. We're going to need that in the weekend. And right back, I think that's up for debate because Manquillo was poor for me. Do you bring back in Yedlin or do you go for Lazaro? Lazaro's definitely a winger for me, not a defender, so he could get caught out. It'll be interesting to see how the game pans out. I think it'll be very tight. I would say maybe a 1-1 or a 2-1 either way. Last time we did play, we won them 2-1 in the 09-10 season, the Championship. Peter Lovenkrands. Fantastic. Let you go, Steve, thinking about him. Let us know your score predictions in the comments below. Who you would like to see play in what formation, all of that, all of that. Subscribe to the Magpie Channel TV and enjoy yourself.